Good morning, nerds, and welcome to the Mobile Musings for Friday, January 2nd, 2025. No, January 3rd. Wow. I even went through that in my head and still screwed it up. Good morning. It is a brisk 31 degrees and slightly overcast day here in northern Kentucky. Had a good day yesterday. Got a lot accomplished. Did a lot of good thinking last night. Apparently didn't fix my door. It doesn't seal very well. I don't know if you guys can hear it or not, but it's loud right in my ear. But yeah, had a good day yesterday. Got home, hung out with the kids for a while. The wife and male child, my wife and son, did a puzzle last night. My daughter was holed up in her room crocheting most of the night. So it was an interesting one. And yeah, I just kind of hung out and chatted with everybody. Not a whole lot going on right now. My wife went back to work for the first day since before Christmas. And my kids still haven't gone back to school yet. They go back on Monday. So yeah, there's not a whole lot going around in the super average household that's notable. But yeah, I was watching some videos last night and rewatched the video that I referred to in yesterday's musings. Jeremiah from Speed put out 10 things he wished he knew 10 years ago or something like that. And then I also watched, I believe it was Austin Schrock's video about the 30 days to change your life or something to that effect. And one thing that both of them had in common was actually something that I was wanting to do a little bit more this year as well, because it's something that I haven't done a whole lot of since I've been a grown adult and haven't had to for school. And it's read more. Read more. Yeah, it's something that I feel is probably pretty important to do because it keeps your brain going, keeps the ideas flowing in your head, like brings new ideas in and makes you think about what's happening. And I don't mean like read fiction novels and all that kind of thing, which isn't a terrible thing either, but like reading philosophical works or reading like Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. It's a book that I've got sitting on my desk that I've read like about a third of, and I would love to read more. I just need to take time out of my day and do it. And that's one thing that Austin especially was saying, is that he just sets a timer for 15 minutes or uses like Audible or something like that to read a book. And yes, I count audiobooks as reading books because you're still getting that information. Whether or not you retain the information the same is a little bit different than if you were to visually scan it and read it. But I mean, I think that anything is better than nothing in that case. So I think what I'm going to need to do in order to read more is to literally just Pomodoro method that thing, and just same thing I was doing with cleaning is just set a timer for 15 minutes and read. There's a lot of the time that I spend at night while like everybody else is just doing their thing. I just sit there and watch YouTube videos. I could read. I could sit back with a book and just read, and if the kids interrupt, then I set the book down instead of having an earbud in and listening to everybody else and the YouTube at the same time. I think it probably put me in a more present atmosphere as well. So I think it would be a good idea. Let me know what you think. Have you read any good books lately? I'm looking for some recommendations. Of course, I've got Meditations by Marcus Aurelius that I want to read. I've got Your Head is a Houseboat by Struthless or Campbell Walker that I still haven't fully read. I've got a couple other books that I have on my shelf that I need to read, but haven't yet. Let me know what you guys are reading, what you recommend. Let me know if you have a reading goal for this year. I know my wife reads all the time. She sets goals of more of like number of books that she reads throughout the year and always crushes that goal because she'll sit there and listen to a book on like 2 times speed and whatever, and she's able to retain that information. And a lot of what she listens to and reads is novels and things like that, where it's not something that you really have to think through. It's like watching a show. It's nothing that's as potently important to her everyday life. But if nothing else, I think reading fiction is important because it gets your creative brain going. It gets that creation of what you think these characters look like, what you think this setting around the characters looks like. You put this mental vision of the setting in place, and that's also important, especially for me as I play D&D. I'm a dungeon master. I need to be able to have the words that are there to describe settings a little bit better. So, yeah. It's still early. I haven't gotten all my thoughts together, as you can probably tell by me just going, I'm going blank. But yeah, I'm going to get off here so I can get into work, get this day up, going, and over with. But yeah, you guys have a wonderful day. Be kind to one another. Check you guys again tomorrow. Okay, love you. Bye.